Here's the SL1 200. Here's the SL1 200 BNA from iFootage. Let's see what's inside. A powerful 200 watt bicolor LED light that won't break the bank and will light up all your future projects. You think I'm lying? Well, let me tell you more about this thing. Hello people and welcome back to another video. First things first, Happy New Year, and let's hope that 2024 is going to be a year full of growth and cool projects. I just want to say from the start that iFootage did send this light for me to review, but they don't have any kind of input on this video and they don't pay me to say good things about their product. So, as always, this will be my honest opinion. Now back to the intro shots of this video. I hope you liked what I did over there. I tried to light up the scene as if it was daylight, even though the time was just a bit over 7 PM, and I have to say I was really impressed with the power of the light. I used a lot of lights so far, and usually a 200 watt light is not that bright. For a scene like that, people on set are usually using a 500 or a 700 watt light. So that's a plus right there. Now let's see what you get in the box. In the box you're gonna receive the light head protector, the reflector, 3-meter power cable, power adapter, and all the instructions that you're never gonna read. So size-wise, the SL1 200 BNA is not that much bigger than the little brother SL1 60DN that I have over here, as you can very well see. So that means that this light is not heavy either, but this light is in a whole new league. Build quality is great. You're gonna receive a solid metal build with an improved metal yoke and an umbrella holder if you want to use one of those. And last but not least, a different type of power input because this light requires more power. The only thing that is weird to me is the fact that this light holder over here that you're going to carry the light is made out of plastic and not metal. I don't know why, maybe they cut the price a bit over there, but even so, this is the good type of plastic and not the cheap one. But I would be careful if I'm going to I don't know, bump into something with it. Maybe this thing is going to break, so just have that in mind. And over here, this is a full bones mount, so that means that you're going to mount now accessories without an adapter. And now that I have a full bones mount light, I can use the 6 FPL Fresnel for a specific type of lighting, like the overhead spotlight for example. On the back of the light we have the same minimalist design as the SL160N with 2 knobs, a bigger display, the on and off button, and the power input. Before we're gonna talk about features, I just want to tell you when and how I would use this light. Besides the times when I would use this light as a key light because it has more power and I could put a bigger softbox in front of it so I could keep this closer to my subject, I would use this light in 2 other instances as well. The first one is going to be when I have a big room, so I need to bounce the light in that big room. So I would point this to the ceiling and then I would bounce the light, or in a bigger location where I have bigger lights, so this one can blend in. For example, in this type of situation where you have a window as your background and you want to see the background, you really need a powerful key light because otherwise your background is going to be blown out and you're not going to see your subject properly. So right here the SL1 200 BNA comes in handy because as a powerful key light, your whole scene is going to look like this. And now you can see me properly, but in the same time you can see the background as well. Now let's talk about features. The SL1 200 BNA is flicker free, has a smart cooling and temperature control, has a low blue light, so that means your skin tones are not going to look weird, and last but not least can be controlled through the reliable Lumin app. When I first saw the size of it, I thought, well, this is going to be noisy, but here's a test where I put it through its paces. The SL1 200BNA has three fan settings: auto, quiet and ultra quiet. Just keep in mind that when you're using the light in quiet or ultra quiet, the light is not going to be at 100%. I left the light running for 2 hours at full power, and that was the most that I could hear the fan kicking in. So that means that the SL1 200BNA could definitely be used for podcasts and interviews. Another thing that this light is doing very good is keeping an accurate color temperature. That's so important. I've seen a lot of lights and I tried a lot of lights in the past that they were supposed to be a certain temperature, but when I was looking at the camera footage, everything was looking weird, especially the skin tones, and that's a no-go. But not this one. Here's what the two knobs on the back of the light are for. One is for dimming the light and the other one is for setting stuff up. Pretty self-explanatory. The light has a stepless adjustment from 0 to 100, but if you press on the dim knob, you can jump straight to 20% and so on until you hit 100%. Same thing with the set knob for temperature. If you turn the knob, you can stepless adjust the temperature from 2700 Kelvin to 6500 Kelvin, but if you press on the knob, you have different presets of temperature. In the menu tab, we find the language, the fan settings that I talked about earlier, the Bluetooth reset and the studio tab. If you press once the power button, you're gonna see a prompt message that tells you to press again to turn off the light. In the FX tab, the SL1 200BNA has all the bells and whistles that the smaller brother SL160DN had as well. The only thing added here is the CCT cycling, where the light cycles between different Kelvin temperatures on a speed that you decide. Another cool thing about the SL1 200BNA is that when you need to update the software of the light, you can simply do this in the app just by pressing two buttons. In the app, you're now able to scroll between different Kelvin temperatures because the SL1 200BNA is by color, or you can use one of the light source library baked in presets to make your job easier. Same thing in the Effect tab, you can now select different presets for the Kelvin temperature to work with the effects that the light has built in. At the moment that I'm recording this video, the light is not listed on iFootage website, but I'm going to make sure that I'm going to put a link in the description later on. The only thing that I know is the price of the light. So the price of the light is either $369 or 359 euros. So that's the price right there. And now that we know the price of the light, I want to talk about the three things that I wish they were different on this light. Number one is the yoke. I know that the yoke is made out of metal, but I wish the yoke had metal teeth on both sides, so the wear and tear is not going to be bad or visible along the way. Number two, the SL1 200BNA is a great light. I love the light protector head, but I wish this light came with a carrying bag exactly like the SL160DN. Now don't get me wrong, you can totally transport this light in the box that it came, but this light deserves a carrying bag. And number three, and this is just because I'm picky, I wish that the handle that helps you carry the light was made out of metal and not plastic. And there you have it. That's it for today, people. This was the video. And now, I don't want to be that guy, but if you like this video and you like the content that I'm making, just make sure to like and subscribe and check out my other videos, because this is going to help me and the channel as well. And that being said, that's it for today. Thank you iFootage for sending the SL1 200BNA over for me to review, and I'm gonna see you guys in the next one.